What up, guys? What up, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising? It's Shani. What's up, guys? With your March 2020 card reading, and we are going to use the Energy Oracle deck from Suzanne Ann Taylor, and then pull, I always say that wrong, Sandra Ann Taylor. I feel so bad. Energy Oracle cards from Sandra Ann Taylor, and then pull a message out of my DIY Woven Dreams and Blessings deck. So guys, shuffled quite a bit, but I'll go ahead and shuffle as I get right into your reading. Taurus, what up? Wishing you nothing but blessings and positive vibrations. A lot of people are, having a hard time with anxiety right now, and some people are not. They're actually doing the opposite, not thinking about anything going on around us. But I think there's something to be said with your Taurus energy about how you are able to blend the practical and being prepared, kind of making a roadmap, or I always say for Taurus, like making an architectural drawing on what is, the design and plan and goal. And I feel like with the coronavirus and everything, it's really serious. They've shut down library, communal activities at my kids' school, field trips, and all kind of stuff. And, there are cases, many of them in our county right now, in Santa Clara County in California. But I feel like there's so much going on. It's a good thing to not do, as usual, do too much of one extreme, right? So Taurus, you're beautiful at that. And I think that you're holding it down probably for a lot of your friends who may be really, really worried, and rightly so. It's pretty, pretty profound, the cases and, the fact that we have not had a pandemic since the Spanish flu in the 1918, 1919, era. And I think that things sometimes that we keep in mind and we're told to beware of, beware of the next asteroid, beware of the next tsunami, right? We had that 2005. Beware of, the next volcano that could cause damage, i.e. last year in Hawaii or a year and a half ago. There's a lot, oops, here we go. Things gonna pop out. We'll go slower and see what we can get. There's a lot always to, keep in mind and be precautionary about, but we were always told that it's inevitable, that it's happened, of course, with the bubonic plague and Spanish flu, etc. There are pandemics that are going to break out. And so blessings to you guys as you try to decipher within your own, internal guidance, what is too little or too much energy to put into that. I think that it's great to do, the earth sign, you guys are earth sign, so it's great to do the earth sign type of practicality mode, where you're obviously going to clean, with antibacterial, you're going to get your antibacterial soaps and gels and hand sanitizers and all that good stuff, and be smart about things, right? But there's no sense to, I don't think right now to flee to, the doomsdayers that your friends that are doomsdayers. It's not time to flee to their cabin in the woods yet, right? I don't think. But that being said, I bless you guys. I hope you guys are all staying healthy. If anybody happens to get it or any kind of sickness, tons of positive affirmations. Zinc is good, of course. Vitamin E, vitamin C, of course. I would be taking a lot right now, preemptively. And, just a lot of positive thinking, because the more we draw in, fear and draw in like, oh gosh, if I'm going to get it, this one family member in my household is so weak, older or younger, or like me with like a lung disease, they're going to get it, and the more we pull in, I think, I was talking to a really cool chick, and we both had kind of that kind of thought on our own, and then mentioned it in text, and it's true. I feel it's true. The more that we draw in energy in a fearful way, or negative or dark energy, lower vibration way, worry, anxiety, unnecessary, right? We're calling in maybe that to affect us. So if we just keep a positive intent, I'm not saying that, of course, if you just say you will not get coronavirus or anything else, that it's going to be a cure-all for sure thing. However, I feel like it does help, especially if you get sick, to just keep your head up and be like, I am going to be well, I am going to be well, and I am going to every day do everything I can holistically, euthanasia and everything else, lavender, peppermint oil, things like that. Tea tree oil is amazing, and I'm going to be putting out more, podcasts and I'm writing a lot. I just joined Reddit. If you want to see me over there on Reddit, Healing Elements is the name. But I'm doing a lot of writings about, you know, things that I have incorporated the last 3 years, maybe a little bit less, with healing as far as holistic herbs. So that's neat. I'm trying to put out more videos on that. With that, Taurus, let's go ahead and cut the deck. Give you a 5-card spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will go one by one. Beautiful. Number 38, you guys got the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. This is your heart chakra, representative of your heart chakra, and Archangel Raphael, you know, these cards integrate both the chakra points in some of them and also Archangel's energy as to what they represent, and it's healing. Definitely healing. So for sure, healing if you're physically ailed or emotionally having some, you know, ailments, setbacks, some dark nights of the soul. I just went through another one. I always think that it's very important for me to testify as a healer and someone who just definitely, you know, is able to touch, you know, that other side and able to connect with my spirit guides and able to do energy vibrational medicine work on myself and my, you know, family members and others. I feel like it's important for me to be humble and allow, you know, anybody who listens to these readings or who knows me or gets readings in person, just to let them know that I, as well as everybody walking this earth, is a work in progress and also will go through still the journey of, you know, the path to enlightenment and experience some of these old patterns bubble up. You know, I had some old patterns bubble up. I just, in a long time, I had not let anything get to me as far as, you know, gaslighting or the bully mentality on somebody else. And it happened really bad last week where in a classroom setting, you know, someone was bullied, attacked based on their lifestyle, you know, their choice to be a homosexual. And so it just went down. It was crazy. And so I let that and a whole bunch of other things that had occurred, you know, from people I knew intimately and other things going around. I just let it definitely creep back in, and I really had to, instead of deny it, I had to let myself heal and let Archangel Raphael's energy come down by accepting it. I spoke in another video by making friends with that old pattern. Make friends, acknowledge it, and say, hey, you're not going to be around for long, but I'll let you soak in. I'll go through this day. I'll go through this night. I'll do the techniques of mindfulness or anything else that I do to help myself get through these moments. And then I will be back in alignment, right? So I think this is a big message for you, Taurus. If anyone else around you, perhaps their energy is, you know, definitely on a cringeworthy energy, you know, vibrational level or whatever you want to say, where it's just like, yeah, you definitely are not digging what they're throwing out, whether it's they're trying to gaslight you or whether it's you're dealing with somebody who is extremely, you know, either, like I said in the beginning, one way or the other of the spectrum. I know that bothers you, Taurus. You share Libra's planet of Venus, of, you know, balance in a sense. And so I feel like you, if there is anybody around you, right, in your home and your work, people you deal with, your significant other, if people are going, I think, too far left or too right on anything, whether it is like paranoia about coronavirus, that's just an example, or whether it's, you know, a subject that you're trying to talk to them about and they're just really not getting the mark, that you just want somebody to be there as, you know, a neutral party, as a listening vessel. And I feel like maybe somebody's giving you a little bit too left, too right, and you need to just come in alignment. And if you need any healing, you know, physically, if you're ailed, or mentally, if you're ailed, check into the holistic medicines of old. Like, I really just want to preach that. I learn every day. I still am learning, and it is amazing how many different roots, some of which I don't even take the time to go out and get myself. But I'm just intrigued and enthralled with the fact that these medicines, these different herbs really do soothe and heal and help, sometimes much more effectively than modern medicine. So the next one is 32, Door to Spirit, guys. Wow, isn't that the case? So Pisces season, we're in the thick of it. It's March the 7th when I film this. It's going to be a full moon tomorrow, technically. Full moon in Virgo, and the sun is in Pisces, so it's full moon during Pisces season, and just Pisces season in general. Boy, was it clear after like the 21st of February. Floodgates were open. Door was flung open so many different experiences that I have had, and also tons and tons and tons of emails and texts and correspondence with people in person just about, damn, like, did synchronicities speed up for you? Did you have just the most intriguing, amazing connection or dream or channeling experience or just feeling or precognitive dream? All kind of stuff, guys. It's been like, yeah, here you go. Welcome to Pisces life, but this is what we live all the time, right? The Neptunian shit is just all in your face. In one particular day, there were so many synchronicities. I tried to write them down and I just got stunned and just sat there by myself for like 30 minutes and just, instead of writing them down, just thought about them and didn't think about so much, oh God, what does this mean? Like I used to 5 years ago, right? I was just soaking them in, going, how divine is that? How beautiful is that? The connectivity is just telling me from spirit, yes, the divine is beautiful. The divine has, you know, a voice that speaks to you, confirming and loving you and sending, you know, encouraging vibes, no matter what it means, through spirit, through these signs that you see. I mean, just right in your face. Could never be coincidental. So I feel like you are the same. I feel like Taurus, sun, moon, or rising for March, and to continue on down until we, you know, head into Aries season. And who knows what you guys will be going through at that point. Maybe the same, but lot of signs, I feel, until we get to your birthday season. So till the end of April, I feel like Doughty Spirit is open to you, and it, you know, has been a couple months now where I feel definitely like Taurus, you're wanting to peer through the curtains of the unknown. You're wanting to peer more. I know that you've been intrigued with it your entire life, perhaps, but you're wanting to know more about maybe some of the, you know, healing modalities or different things that you've been checking out. Oh, look at this. One was stuck, so you guys got 5 cards. Neat. Number 17, Taurus, is action. This is all about opposite action or yin and yang type of inaction or action. So if you are procrastinating doing something, healing maybe, for procrastinating, looking into something like Tai Chi, or looking into how to connect better with the unknown, how to connect with spirit, how to center yourself, or how to find out questions you might know, like what would be you know, the best approach for you to take within, you know, the new age type of spiritual healing movement. Maybe you've been definitely thinking about, after taking yoga or something like that, that you're into, maybe even being like a pastor at your particular church congregation. I feel like if you have any intrepidation, if you have any thing that is holding you back, if you have any doubts, I feel like you need to push yourself. Taurus, it's tough. I know I've been doing that a lot lately, speaking on many different subjects that have been written in my journal for years, and I think it's important for me now, because that's what I'm intuitively guided to do, is put myself more and more out there and share more and more of my absolutely intimate thoughts in my journal about all kind of things, down from, you know, changes in the Earth's axis, to ancient aliens, to deja vu, to miracles, to you know, hermetic principles, to different, you know, similarities that we see with the number, divine number 3, all kind of stuff. I've been pushing myself, and I feel like if you are guided to, even if it's not in a spiritual, you know, occupation, if it's in another realm, a relationship, business relationship, intimate relationship, personal relationship, if you've been neglecting to do something because you haven't wanted to, or you've been wanting to do something and you just have not, it's like, it's all about action. It's all about taking that which you haven't done and replacing it and just forcing yourself. Like, my daughter had a job interview the other day, and it's, you know, she's not used to it because she had a job and, you know, they were laid off. And so it's just, I was explaining this concept. It's in psychology. It's like, you know, force yourself, put yourself in that environment. Even if you go in and you flub whatever it is, if you get it over with, it's like the next time, it's just, you know, human nature. The next time you're going to do it or need to come up to the plate regarding this subject, it's going to be easier and easier every time you do it. So just like psychologically, I always speak on it, where it's like, if you're afraid of spiders and, you know, arachnophobia type thing, they have, you know, psychotherapy in which you are guided very slowly and very, you know, again, with somebody who knows what they're doing, to not freak you out and have this be, you know, a PTSD type of scenario that you look back at. But it's they practice having you associated with what you are afraid of. And so you meet, and just like I spoke on several times in the last 3 days, private reading to my friend on one of these podcasts on YouTube, you make friends with that which you don't like, and it becomes easier to accept that which you don't like, right? And you make it also easier for that energy not to, you know, be repelled so much that it becomes more combatant. So go ahead and jump in there and do it, even if you have been hesitating. So the sixth chakra, beautiful third eye, number 40, Archangel Metatron. This is amazing to come up. You got 2 Archangel cards. So I think that this is a message to somebody or anybody out there who can relate, that you definitely are, if you have questioned yourself, if you are, you know, supposed to go into some sort of field in spiritual, you know, terms, like a healing modality type of thing, you're trying to do some energy work, or you're thinking about doing tarot cards, or you're thinking about healing people with massage. I mean, you know, that right there, and acupressure and acupuncture, I mean, that right there is metaphysical healing. It's, you know, holistic. Through your third eye, you're able to channel and tap in to, you know, your ancestors, the shaman, the wise, wonderful oracles of before, and know that with energy and intention directed, it's so strong and so powerful, omni-powerful, like Metatron, right? That you are able to affect people, and it will lead you, because it's a noble path and you're doing it one of integrity, it'll lead you to abundance, is well, as far as, you know, sustaining yourself financially, if you have patience, as you do, Taurus, and if you have time, and you're able to balance everything, as far as, you know, maybe not quitting an occupation cold turkey before you check into it. But I feel like if there's anybody out here that can relate to, you have been feeling that you have gifts, the door to spirit is open for you to go forward. And I feel like the action is just waiting for you to put yourself out there. The more you put yourself out there, I feel like your third eye awakens more and more, as more, you know, as more and more of those feelings of self-doubt, of like, oh, you know what, I couldn't probably make a living off of this, or maybe, you know, I am just feeling like I'm able to heal people or want to go in this field, but maybe it's just not for me. I think it's for everybody. And I think that more and more, I want to say, healers of the age are coming forward, because it's in our nature, if we are empathic and we are guided to be that, you know, for the collective, for the human presence, for the physical plane that we live in, this existence now. I feel like if you're inclined to, if something is telling you internally to do it, yes, you will be doing your soul a very, very good deed, because you will feel like fulfilled the more and more in which you do this, whether it's for money or not, to be honest. And beautiful, gorgeous. Number 29, your last card, the World. Taurus, not only does this remind me of you guys, because you're an earth sign, of course, rooted by like the tree, I want to say that you have immense potential, more so than a lot of people, only because of this balance. You see how it's rotating. You can see like half of it's in shadow, half in light, like somewhere on nighttime, somewhere on the daytime. I feel like you have the best of the zodiac, the ability to blend practical and emotional together. I feel not, you know, I'll just be real. I feel like Cancer and Taurus, the sign of Cancer and Taurus, have the ability to be such balanced healers, the best, because they are able to understand that it doesn't just take one severity. Like, for instance, I think Pisces and Scorpio were great at healers, and Capricorns, Virgos too. But we tend to, Pisces and Scorpio will tend to go, in my opinion, a little bit more toward, you know, the emotions and everything that drives you with that kind of, you know, mindset and passion. And I feel like the earth signs Capricorn, Virgo may just feel about, you know, technicalities and what you can do to get the job, and how, you know, to predict your future here. This is what you want to do, this step. And I feel like Taurus, you guys have such a good intuitive, you know, knowing, and you have an intuitive grasp on the fact that everything in life, it boils down to a blend of both positive and negative, both light and dark, both, you know, cynical, both logical, both emotional, both tangible and intangible, what we can see and what we can't see. And I feel like if you want to go forth on this journey, if this is calling out to anyone in particular, I feel like just like the World card in tarot, the whole world will be at your beckoning call. I mean, the whole universe will have the Akashic records and so much, you know, support as far as archangels, as far as your guardian angels, your spirit guides, anything like that. So Taurus, to leave off your reading again, Woven Dreams and Blessings deck. This is my self-made oracle card set, DIY. Let's flip this around and go ahead and get one out for you. Thoughts for you, Taurus, for March 2020. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thoughts. Are your conscious and unconscious mind in accord? Remember, thought is energy. It fuels our soul. Thoughts create reality. Change your mind and change your life. So perhaps you guys have been really overthinking, right? Doing the typical, I do it. I have Capricorn, Moon, Virgo, Rising. I totally overthink. And I have to settle myself and know that I have to be in alignment, and that when we're in the void, things seem to spring forth to life more so than when we push for it. I feel like if you have been thinking about healing yourself or others, and you've been thinking about making a move on some sort of, you know, occupation, again, intimate relationship, physical environment, like you want to move, you want to take action and move locations, you want to move into a different field, you want to become a healer, I feel like the thoughts that you have are in accord, and I think that your thoughts are energy, and by thinking you are already kind of in that boot camp preparatory mode to go forth. So blessings, love, and light, guys. I really appreciate everything you are, everything you do, and support on my channel means a lot to me, and I wish you nothing but love for March, and always, guys, stay safe and healthy.